Hello one and all, this is Nerdcraft here, bringing you a 1v1 on GSL Crevasse. Here, spawning on the upper right hand corner as our blue Terran is Alternative Attack Cloud, and his opponent spawning on the lower right hand corner of Crevasse is our teal Protoss player KingCobra, which, KingCobra, like seriously, that is an awesome name, holy crap. Let me get control and going here. So as we can see, the spawning here about this map, it is a bit rotational reliant, I think that's how it is, in the sense that this is more vulnerable to early air from here. So if it was reverse roles, let's say KingCobra up here and alternative and Cloud down here, Cloud has a better chance of going for Banshee just to take to harass this, or drops even so. But I have seen some crazy games on this. The most notable one I remember seeing on this map was Idra versus TLO. Just the only way to describe that game was holy crap. So yeah, also the thing about this map is this really safe expo. You got 6 mineral patches and a rich Vespian geyser, which is more safe than the 8 mineral patches and 2 regular Vespian geysers. So really, you can see what happens. I always get the feeling that most people try to tend for a more macro-oriented game, especially Protoss players, because we see a lot with players like Creator Prime, who's just epic, by the way. He's my new favorite Protoss player after watching GSTL. Unfortunately, Prime lost, spoiler alert, but because Prime's my favorite team, and I'm just going to say that right now. Protoss tend to be going more macro, a lot more one-gate expo, becoming more and more common. Not as prevalent against Zerg, but against Terran a lot more prevalent, is because the Cyber Core is going down. And a 15 command center from Cloud right there, as well as the barracks, he's going to be walling off to kind of keep himself safe so he can mass up a nice big bio army. I'm tripping over myself right now. A nice big bio army back there and set everything well into position. People just laughed outside of my windows, really creepy. My school's on vacation, on break right now, so I have Monday off, and then I have Tuesday off as well. So there's just been people being really loud and everything everywhere. Interesting enough, here we have Cobra not going for an expo at all yet. Wait, going for the third. Which is very interesting. Looks like Cloud is possibly going to scout it. Wait, does he? No, he doesn't scout the third. Oh no, that is actually going to be huge, because that actually, or the expo, because that's going to leave a very safe third for Cobra if he decides to go for it right away or not. As we can see, orbital command centers here now morphing in, just finishing. Mules are going to go, and as we can see, the economy of Cloud is just going to skyrocket. But now that this still has not been seen, and the SCV, excuse me, I just swallowed my tongue there for a second, and the SCV is going down. It's not going to get any additional scouting. This is actually really big. Of course, we can see from Cobra that he sees the expo, he knows it's there, and 2 more barracks coming up with a bunker. So Cloud is playing it safe. And Cobra is going for an early third, 5 minutes and 5 minutes, and you got 3 bases. What? I guess what I was saying about Protoss going more macro style is just not exactly what I was expecting when you get your third at 5 minutes. But hey, I like this a lot. This is gonna be awesome. I love long macro games. It's gonna be so awesome. Now that this Nexus is done, you're going to start getting it saturated. Robo coming up as well as the second gate. So this is a double expo, 2-gate Robo, into 2-gate Robo build. Perfectly standard. And we can see 2 tech labs and a reactor being added here, as well as a 4th barracks. So Cloud is definitely going to be going extreme bio-centric. And all Cloud sees here is just this. I mean, and he didn't see that early. He might be just thinking some sort of suspicious play and wondering if possibly DTs at all. You can see this SV patrolling here to see if there's any pylons going to be put down here and something to give vision up here. Conch Shell and Stim are on their way. This is extremely potent when you get to a lot of Marauders with Concussive Shell. He is actually expecting a lot of pressure. We can see this. 4 SCVs are ready to repair this bunker, but you know, there is no pressure coming out. It's almost like Cobra duped him out. Missile turret going down because he is expecting DTs. And we can see KingCobra is responding by going Robotics Bay. And with the scan now, we're going to see that all he sees is this. He still doesn't see the Expo. So Cobra is just really ahead right now. He saw that Robotics Bay, and he's putting down a factory right now to get those to get Starport so he can get Vikings. Oh god, I thought he was double gassing Ghost Academy actually. Interesting play from Cloud. And you know, with this 3 bases, oh, looks like we are going to have some pressure from Cloud. But I was going to say, with these 3 bases near saturation, the production ability of Cobra it's going to be scary. And speaking of scary, this group of Marines and Marauders, are they going to see the 3rd? I don't know. If they see the 3rd, that's just going to be like, oh, that explains. Oh, he did see the 3rd. Oh, wow. Now, after seeing the saturation, Cloud is going to be able to determine that this has been here before the safe second. And unfortunately, these Zealots and Stalkers were not able to clean up the Marines and the Marauders. A lot of probe kills are going down. It is a probe slaughter over here. But you know what? They are vigilant. They want to keep mining. Stalkers and Zealots still coming out. Stalkers versus Marauders, never exactly good. He's just waiting for this Colossus to pop. Where is it? It's almost there. And Stalker's actually going to clean up everything. So all we see there is just 2 probes killed. Not a very cost-efficient trade right there. No economic damage, and you lose 2 Marauders and a lot of Marines. But, you know, of course, being Terran, there it is, the same exact army. It's almost as if Terran sometimes has a recall ability, like with the Mothership. And now we have Extended Thermal Lance coming up, as well as the second Colossus. Double Forge all the way across the sky, and a pylon. Yay, pylons! So, looks like Cobra is just going to go for a pretty traditional Bio Ball, but he's going to have a lot of upgrades on it. He's going to have to get Twilight Council out pretty soon because he's going to need Blink so he can just focus down those Vikings, as we can see that Cloud is making right now. Interesting enough, Cloud doesn't really seem to have that much of a reaction coming out from the fact that there's a 3rd base that's been there for a while. Factory going to be scouting over here. You thought Cloud would respond by going for this 3rd, but instead, no, he is just going to send the factory and try to get as much scouting information as possible and then go in. There's the Twilight Council coming down. As we can see, level 2 weapons is already being researched for our Terran player. So it looks like Cloud is going to want to do some aggression, as we can see here, pretty soon. Extended Thermal Lance is just about to finish. It's about a chrono away, I would say. A chrono away, as I say. That rhymed. But I don't know. Just 3 Colossus is not going to be that much. You know, Cobra's going to need to get some more like meat to his army, if you will, because as we can see here, there is going to be a very scary force out there. Not to mention, these guys are going to be on a 2-0 attack by the time they get in. And ooh, I like this cannon placement from Cobra. He's going to make it so that drops are going to be really impossible right over here. 1-1 is going to finish, but I don't know if it'll be finished soon enough. The Viking's going to come up. Here come the Colossus. Huge EMP on the entire army. Everything's going to go down for the Protoss by the looks of it. Only 1 Colossus and a Stalker remaining. This 3rd is going to go down no matter what. 3 gates are just about to finish, but of course they'll never finish fast enough. 2 Colossus versus Marauders and Vikings. The Colossus generally do not win that fight. And now the probes are going to be pulled. They're going to try and make it all the way back into the base. Huge probe slaughter, as we can see. 25 already killed. These gates are now going to be warped. I don't know how much that brings it in. That brings it up to 6 gates. Going to be warping in 5 Stalkers and a single Zealot with a Sentry, actually. So this force was going to be nice, but unfortunately the Vikings make it so he has vision. No, the Colossus is far from coming out. It was a huge risk by KingCobra, and looks like it is not paying off because there is the GG from Cobra. Unfortunately, that game didn't go as long as I wanted it to, but hey, you know what? This is a best of 3 series, so I'll see you guys in game number 2.